No upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Hi, welcome to Fifth Street Sports on Sports Byline SB Nation Radio Network. I'm Frank Perez. I'm joined with my co-host Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. And today we got Alan Michaels in the house. We got a big races this weekend. It's the championship in Homestead, Florida. Alan, glad to have you here, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me back. And boy, we certainly do. 3 titles will be decided down in Miami starting on Friday with the Camping World Truck Series. Saturday we move on to the Xfinity, and then Sunday the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Championship, and we're ready to rock and roll racing this weekend, that's for sure.
Wow, folks, this is it. I mean, this is the Cup gets decided. There's only 4 guys that can win it. I'm sure Brian and Rick are kind of excited about it now that Alan picked the last winner, Kevin Harvick. A lot of our listeners want some dough on that.
I'm looking forward to hearing all of Alan's picks. I got to get down on these plays this week. I'm actually looking right now at odds on this race.
And we got some other good stuff. I was going to recap. Well, when we come back, I was going to just give you like a 2 or 3 minute recap on Game 5, Fabiano against Carlson, another draw, 5 draws in a row. Also, with Mr. Michaels over here, we have a lot of good insights on the thing. It's not just a race. There's a lot of head games going on. So when we come back, and I know that's your style, Brian. Guys are going to keep other guys from winning. It's really intricate. You would love it.
I love it. How many shows do you think are covering chess and NASCAR in the same episode? I'd say that's a pretty small group.
Well,
this is it right here.
It's pretty big. Now I know that you're laughing, but I've done a lot of research on this. A lot of people think that chess isn't like a sport, like it's not athletic, right? You would think it's not. Okay, I got to tell you, in 2000, Kasparov played Karpov. Those are the two. It was the big Russian match. It was a 48-game match. All right, this is how much in shape you had to be. These guys were on treadmills, absolutely getting in shape. Gary Kasparov won it. He lost 10 kilos in that match. He lost 22 pounds in a world championship match. So whoever doesn't think chess is strenuous. Come on, baby.
In one match, you sure
No.
you didn't just take a big dump, or you really? He actually lost 22 pounds in sweat.
No. We'll be right back. We got to take a break. Fifth Street Sports.
Hey, travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip, or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for their business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now, so please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
Where do you want to go on a vacation or honeymoon? The Caribbean, Europe, Hawaii, Mexico? How about Disney or a cruise? At Superior Cruise and Travel, we've got you covered. We'll assign you your own travel concierge. They'll help you design a custom vacation plan that you can't find online. And the service is completely free. You can't compare the value of this to any other online travel company. We can help you plan a custom vacation anywhere in the world. We even offer payment plans with no credit card required. Now you pay off your vacation on your time schedule. Call now and mention the promo code RADIO and save up to $500. Book your custom trip. Call Superior Cruise and Travel now and talk to one of the highest rated travel agencies in the country with a 5-star A+ online rating.
800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. 800-570-9631. That's 800-570-9631.
Fifth Street Sports, folks. We're back on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, and we got Alan Michaels in the house today from Pit Road Racing. Hey, just to finish up what we were talking about, no, it was a 48 game match. It lasted 5 months. But in the 5 months, they're on treadmills. Okay. They're on treadmills between games. They're working out. He lost 22 pounds at the end of the 48 game match playing chess. I mean, yeah, everybody thinks it's easy. But anyways, getting back to this, you guys, this weekend is the finals.
That's correct.
And he's going to give us a big rundown on who's drawing live. And Brian, just here's one little thing that you like. Did you know that Joe Gibbs, the guy who was a coach for the Redskins, he actually owns
he owns Kyle Busch's team.
Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yeah, he's in it. Well, Alan, let's run it down. Tell us who's live.
Well, I'll tell you, let's get it started off. Of course, all Big Three major series are live this weekend. We'll start off Friday with the Camping World Trucks, which will see these 4 drivers compete for the championship for that series. It'll be Brett Moffitt, Justin Haley will be there, Johnny Sauter, and Las Vegas native Noah Gragson will all be running for the title on Friday. Once we move to Saturday for the Xfinity Series, you'll have Cole Custer, Christopher Bell, which I heard you did real well with betting Christopher Bell last week.
I certainly did.
It'll be Cole Custer, Christopher Bell, Daniel Hemrick, and Tyler Reddick will all move for the Xfinity Series. And, of course, a big news for the Xfinity Series that Daniel Hemrick will be moving from Xfinity up to Cup. He's going to be moving into the 31 ride, which is Richard Childress Racing. Ryan Newman is moving over to Roush Fenway Racing there. So Daniel Hemrick, this will be a shot for him to win the title and to carry that momentum into Cup racing for next. And then, of course, on Sunday, they classified it as the Big 3+1. The foursome will be comprised of Team Penske's Joey Logano, Joe Gibbs Racing. We'll have Kyle Busch in it, Furniture Row Racing with Martin Truex Jr., and this will be the final event for Furniture Row Racing because they did not secure sponsorship for Martin Truex Jr., so that group has decided to shut its doors after this event, and wrapping it up, Stewart Haas Racing will have Kevin Harvick. Now, just a little footnote here, Martin Truex Jr. has already made the move, or getting ready, I should say, to make the move. He's going to be moving over to Joe Gibbs Racing next year. He's going to go into the number 19 car, which Daniel Suarez is in, so he's out of a ride. Now, here's a little stat for you guys that are betting out there this year. Out of the 4 racers running for the Cup Championship, those 4 have accumulated 22 victories in 35 races leading up to Sunday's Ford EcoBoost 400 at Homestead. And also another byline, this year, Chevrolet does not have a car running for the championship this year. It's 2 Toyotas versus 2 Fords this year.
So no Chevys, huh? And, you guys over there especially Brian, there in the middle of the country, aren't you a Chevy guy or are you a Dodge guy?
I'm a Toyota guy, so I'm covered.
Oh,
and
okay.
and let me point out, I think Christopher Bell is from Oklahoma. I think he's from Norman, if I'm not mistaken.
You're correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won
So-
the Chili. He won the Chili Bowl in previous years.
Yes, he did. So go ahead, Brian. Ask him some.
I was just going to ask. So I'm always intrigued. The concept of teammates in racing is always a fascinating one because, you know, I think racing is somewhat famous for having dysfunctional relationships among teammates. Ideally, these guys should have each other's back, but oftentimes there's a lot of infighting and jealousy and rivalries within their own team. So I'm kind of wondering. I know earlier in the year there was some tension between Kurt Busch and Kevin Harvick. I wonder, is Kurt Busch more likely to try to help out Harvick or help out his brother in a race like this? And what do you think? Are those things that you factor into your analysis, or what?
I think once you look at it too, and you get into this manufacturer thing with, of course, the big three is what Toyota, Ford, and Chevrolet. I think team orders are going to come down to the point that I think Kurt's going to stand by his teammate. I really do. And, of course, there's also big news. Ganassi's getting ready to make a move that this could be announce the final race for Kurt Busch at Stewart-Haas. Plans are it's moving over Chip Ganassi. But to be honest with you, I think Kurt will stick with his teammate. I really do. And that's just because of, I think, manufacturers. And, of course, we all don't know what's being said inside the haulers or inside the motorhomes. And you are right. There was some tension. And so we'll have to see what happens here. But if I was to look at it, and if I was Tony Stewart or Gene Haas, you're going to stick with your teammate. That's who you're going to stick with.
That's it. Also, isn't there some drama between Truex and Logano and some quote he made?
Well, a couple of weeks ago at Martinsville, right? In fact, the last time I was on your show, they had Martinsville, which is a short track, okay, just a hair under a half a mile. And Joey and Martin raced, and Martin raced him clean for the last 10 to 12 laps. Well, when we got down to the final lap, it got to be the point that Joey Logano put the bumper to him coming up out of turn number 4, which upset Martin. It took the win away from him. He spun. He ended up finishing third that event. So right after it, live on NBC, and there are other radio networks covering and other people that were covering it, Martin Truex Jr. said, if this gets down to Miami Homestead, I guarantee, quote, I guarantee Joey Logano will not win the championship. So the gauntlet was thrown down, so I guess we'll have to see what happens.
There it is, boys. A little drama.
Little tough guys. I love them. What about so we did a show a couple of weeks ago, Alan, on the unwritten rules of gambling. It was kind of a spinoff of the unwritten rules of baseball. Can you share with us some of the unwritten rules are there some unwritten rules that exist in NASCAR that aren't officially in the rules, but they're just kind of taboo things that you don't do or you do?
Well, I've never heard of any. I've not heard, and of course, I don't know the complete rule book page by page by page. Whether, a driver is betting on another driver. I mean, I've never heard publicly of anybody doing that. I mean, I know they've opened up the gambling market. In fact, this year at Dover in Delaware, the casinos there were taking action on the race. And we came down to their final event of the year at Dover. The tracks were taking on. I have personally never heard such as, Martin Truex is, this weekend he just doesn't run this track well and he's going to bet, Kyle to win. I don't know. I've never completely read the entire book about it, as far as the rule book goes about it. I think it's one of those sports, I've never heard of a driver ever going out. Not that it has not been done before, but I've never heard of it and I've never seen anything. Now, I could be wrong.
Well,
but I've never seen anything in the books about it.
How about some unwritten rules, like as far as like bumping or interference?
Or maybe maybe if you're not on the lead lap and you're trying to pass or isn't there like a kind of a expectation that you stay out of the way if you're not on the lead lap, things like that?
That is true. And, NASCAR Control will be watching that. And, of course, the man in the flag stand, the starter in the flag stand, controls the flags. And if you're a lap down and you're not running well or multiple laps down, of course, they have that lucky dog. But, yeah, stay out of the way and let the lead laps race. Don't get in. Now, if you don't comply to what NASCAR Control says, and this is in all motorsports, whether it is, IndyCar or Formula One, the flagman has the control, which he's got a headset on, and he's here in race control. And they will move you out of the way, and if you don't do what they do, then they will take their scoring card away from you, which means you don't get credits for the laps. So, yeah, there's rules about get out of the way, let them run. Now, if you're a lap down, they have what they call the lucky dog, such as the caution flag would go, whoever the first driver that is a lap down will get the wave around, so they put him back up on the lead lap. But if you get multiple laps down and you're not progressing on the track, then, yeah, the flagman's going to tell you to get out of the way. NASCAR's got control to where they're going to send a message to your team, your crew chief, saying, get him out of the way. He's clogging things up. So, yeah, there are rules to that.
Well, gosh, when we come back, you guys, we'll get into some where we can make some money on some of this stuff. Fifth Street Sports, Alan Michaels, Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick. I'm Frank Perez. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But The Secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Hi, Rick Tittle here. You may know me as the Sports Talk host that can talk about all sports: football, basketball, baseball, hockey, soccer, golf, tennis, auto racing, boxing, Olympics, rollerball. But this time I'm here to talk about pain. If you have pain in your knee or your back like I do, then you should know about the Health Alert Hotline. If Medicare is your primary insurance, then you could qualify for a back or knee brace at little or no charge. I have an old injury from my football playing days, and anything that can help take that pain away and make it more manageable, that has my attention. I love the free delivery, and they take care of the paperwork for you. So if you have Medicare and need help for back, ankle, knee, or shoulder pain, please call the Health Alert Hotline at 800-428-1570. That's 800-428-1570. Agents are standing by 24/7, so go ahead and call now. 800-428-1570.
Rebuild or replace transmission, $3,200. Anti-lock brake system, $1,000. Rebuild or replace engine, $2,400. Truth is, once your manufacturer's warranty runs out, it's all on you. Every last cent. Get protection for covered repairs with a vehicle service contract from Toco Warranty. Unlike other companies, with Toco, there's no down payment, and the monthly payments are really affordable. Not sure how long you're keeping your car? At Toco, you can pay as you go. Keep your hard-earned cash and call Toco Warranty right now at 800-222-2313 to save big money on covered auto repairs. Prices vary by vehicle, but for about the cost of a tank of gas per month, a Toco plan has your back on expensive covered car repairs. Monthly payments are very affordable. Get your free quote now. Call Toco at 800-222-2313. That's 800-222-2313. 800-222-2313. Cancellation fee may apply, subject to eligibility. Not available in Missouri and Washington. Waiting period and deductible apply. Coverage provided and administered by Warrantech Corporation or its affiliates. Not affiliated with any manufacturer or dealership. Visit TocoWarranty.com for complete terms and conditions.
Fifth Street Sports, folks. Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. We're back. We just finished a segment here with Alan Michaels and Oklahoma Brian. A couple little insights and little bit on the racing, but before we get back to the NASCAR, we got Oklahoma Brian and Florida Rick. Let me tell you something. Our Fifth Street Social is absolutely blowing up. My phone is overheating with this Rick. Rick, with your NBA picks and the way you've been picking, I got a feeling that if you got on the Florida ballot in 2 years, you may win this thing.
I may run. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a shot. I know Bry's up for city councilman or state senator in a couple of years, so I might as well follow suit.
I mean, there's nothing but there. Don't be shocked if you see T-shirts and posters with your picture on it coming all over South Florida in the next few months. The way you've been running, but what did we end up doing yesterday? Let's recap what you gave out.
Okay, NBA we had Washington minus 11.5, and I think I said they're going to should be covering this by the end of the first half, and they were actually covering by the end of the first quarter, and it was a game that they ran away with and won, I think, by 24-25. We had Minnesota +1, another game where we were actually up by 18 in the first half. They came all the way back and tied it in the fourth quarter, but then we put an end to it and won the game by 7 or 8 points. And so those were two winners in NBA. And then in football, we will probably give out the Northern Illinois under, which was pretty much another game that as soon as it kicked off, it was a winner. There was no threat of any score until second quarter, and it was just a never in doubter. 3-0 at halftime and 13-7 final. We also gave out the dog in that game late as a money line play as well. And I think they were plus 250 Miami of Ohio that went off that. Yeah. So we got that. We gave out the Buffalo over. Waz gave that play, and I concurred. And then I said I leaned Buffalo, but never actually gave it out as a play, and I realized it was the wrong side. Soon after I said it. So. Yeah, it was. I mean, it's hard to believe this, but it was another perfect day. Yeah.
I mean,
we'll be talking about some more games, later in the show after the NASCAR segment. So, yeah, I mean, it's a light schedule night, but there's a few games I really like.
Brian, now, have you been doing your homework? Because like you and I got to start feeling like Wally Pipp pretty soon with Rick on board. We might be on the bench over here, baby.
I'm okay. Rick's driving the bus right now, and I'm a passenger, and I'm enjoying the ride.
That's it, baby. It's teamwork.
That's right. I got some more NASCAR questions. If we, you want to do picks now, or you want to save the picks?
No. Let's do the NASCAR. Let's wait for Rick.
So one question I have for Alan is, and it's not unique to NASCAR. It seems to be occurring in the NFL, it's occurring in college football, really all sports, it's becoming more difficult to get people out of their homes to show up to live events. And we've noticed in a lot of big sports, but especially with NASCAR, a decline in attendance at events and even on television, a little bit of a decline in viewership. What are your thoughts going forward, Alan, and what are some of the things that NASCAR is trying to do to kind of reverse that trend?
Well, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to get a younger market into this. I mean, the age demographic, I don't have what the actual current stat is, but you're probably looking at the 35 and up crowd that's, attending events and watching. I think NASCAR over the years has tried to do a few things that what they call make it more exciting. And I think the racing of it has sort of lost its luster to it. A lot of fans want to see more short track racing when we had North Wilkesboro, when we had Rockingham, tracks like that. And now we've gotten to the point of the 1.5 miles, the Charlottes, of course, here in Vegas, Atlanta, those places to where a lot of people call it cookie cutter tracks. I think what needs to be done, this is my opinion, I think to get this back in, to get more people back into the seats, NASCAR went with this stage racing, the group qualifying. And when I started it, there were 50 teams that were showing up, to qualify for an event. Now NASCAR's having a problem of just fielding 40. I mean, you got to look at cost, and NASCAR's tried to do that. I think what NASCAR needs to do for the fan is to get back more to the roots of racing. let's go. I think last time I was on your program, I said in 1990 when Dale Earnhardt Sr. won his 7th championship, Dale didn't win a race all year long. He won because he was consistent. Top 5 finishes, top 10 finishes. And I think people I think this stage racing and they're adding this points thing, I think let's just put the fastest cars out on the track with the drivers and let them race and get away from this stage thing, this group qualifying. Let's just, if 40 cars show up to qualify, the fastest lap starts on the pole, the worst lap starts in the rear of the field, and work your way. The stage racing, a timeout or a break as it's, been put into. I think, no, let's get back to racing to where the green flag goes. And obviously the cars will only hold so much fuel. The tires will only last so long. So you've got to have pit stops. Well, if it's a green flag pit stop, then that puts pressure on the pit crew. Not only the driver, but the pit crew. To get this car in, to get 4 tires, to get 2 tanks of fuel, to make a quick adjustment to where it's wedge in or wedge out or whatever it might be, get them out of the pits and let them go at it. I just think NASCAR is doing a good job, and I think they've sort of taken it to a level to where the fans are starting to get bored of it. I mean, it's lead, follow racing, and then let them go at it, with 3 to go. Frank and I talked earlier, I think this weekend when you see it get down to 5 to go, all bets are off. This is for the title. This is for the championship. They're going to be here in Las Vegas to celebrate the champion in 2 weeks' time, and that's what everybody wants. So I just think NASCAR really needs to get back to the way it was and bring back some old school stuff to the way they liked it.
But isn't it usually, Alan, like until the last 4 laps, it's usually pretty clean, and then all bets are off the last 4 or 5 laps. Right?
Well, consistently over the years it's been, but you see early racing going on now with the points the way they are and stage points. You move up. A position is X amount of points. If you lose a position, that's what you're going to see this weekend. I think you're really, in all 3 series, in the trucks, the Xfinity, and the Cup Series, I think you're going to see good racing this weekend because every advancement from 5th to 4th, 4th to 3rd, and all the way up from the last spot to the first spot, those are points. And this could come down to a points type of thing. Obviously, whoever wins this weekend is going to win the championship, okay? No ifs, locks about it. But, if the cars have malfunctions, if they blow motors, if there's early wrecks, this could be something to see. I mean,
How about the last 2 laps with the cutting off and the bumping and the little dirt?
Oh, I think you're going to see. I think you're going to go. I think you're going to see it. I think you're going to see people.
That's what we want to see,
and that's what the fans want to see. The fans want to see the bumper laid to somebody. They do. They want to see excitement. That's what makes it exciting in stock car racing compared to what open-wheeled racing, where the fenders cover the wheels, and you start bumping and beating in an Indy car or Formula, somebody's going to get hurt. I mean, somebody's going to end up in the fence over this thing. Where NASCAR's got their wheels covered, they got those bumpers, and I think you're going to see that this weekend. I don't think it's going to be 5 to go. I think this whole thing is going to start with about 25 to go, and you're going to start seeing people move each other out of the way. Teams are going to do you get to pit stops. Could some teams start taking just 2 tires to 4 tires? It's going to be wide open.
Now, I don't know about you guys. I've taken a lot of beats in sports, everything you can imagine. I've never taken a bumper beat.
Yeah, I have. I definitely have.
You have? You mean you've taken a bumper beat or a getting cut off beat?
Oh, that's the worst, is having a NASCAR head-to-head matchup, and your guy's easily going to win the race, and something happens, and he goes into the wall, doesn't finish the race. Yeah,
But have they ever stolen it from you with a dirty bump or somebody cutting you off, or like a nasty beat like that, taking your money just like that?
A lot of times I bet the NASCAR, but I don't necessarily watch it, so I don't know. I don't understand why I lost. I just accept the results without watching. But yeah, I've seen it happen. It's one of the great parts about being a gambler is is you have to endure all these painful losses, whether it's playing cards or betting NASCAR or whatever it is. I got a follow-up question. I know that we've watched with this fiasco in Mexico this week, where the NFL tried to play a game in Mexico City, and of course, we know the NFL is actively playing games every year in London, and certainly we see Formula One is now racing on every continent except for Antarctica. In terms of NASCAR and their global footprint, is there any talk about trying to expand NASCAR outside of the U.S. and bring it to other markets where maybe there could be more viewers?
Well, NASCAR's got a European league, and they do have a Mexican-style league that they do. They've tried this a few years ago where they took NASCAR over to Motegi in Japan at the Motegi circuit there. Okay. It worked out okay, but I just think NASCAR it started in the southeast part of this country, and now it's branched out to where like you said, they're racing all over, from Texas to California to here in Vegas, Chicago. So they've tried to hit big markets. I think they're safe to keep it here, but maybe that's something that they want to look at. I don't know how taking it away from America and moving it over, maybe for a race. Like I said, they tried it in Motegi, Japan, at the Motegi circuit in Japan, and it did okay there. But you got to remember, back then, it was Dale Earnhardt Sr. that they were taking it over there.
Hold that thought. We got to take a break. Back in 3 minutes. Fifth Street Sports.
Are you interested in trading stocks as a way to generate extra monthly income? Then listen up. Before you waste time or money on another service, you really need to learn about the online trader community that everyone is talking about. This is the group that allows you to trade with their money. That's right. When you complete their training program, Apiary Fund will gladly put up to $100,000 of their own money into your trading account. And the best part? You get to keep up to 85% of the profits without putting in a dime of your own money. Apiary Fund's Trader Development Program is producing seriously amazing results. And as a special offer today, they are allowing our listeners to get started for free. Just text the word BUZZ to 48542 to join Apiary's trading program now. Learn how to trade using their money, not your own. To get started, just text BUZZ to 48542. That's BUZZ to 48542 to join the Apiary trading community today. Text BUZZ to 48542. That's BUZZ to 48542.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
Folks, Fifth Street Sports, we're back on Sports Byline, SB Nation Radio Network. Also, a big salute and a thank you to the American Forces Network that we're on, you guys. Thank you very much for your service. As usual, we love you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for everything you do for us. Well, we're back, and then, before we get into NASCAR, and on our last segment, when we start getting into it, we're going to talk some betting angles and some money. Rick, Brian, you guys, this is talk you can bet on, and I got to hit the stock market. Oh, here it is. Breaking news, you guys. Hang on a second before we get to the thing. America's worst bettor is coming in. This is breaking news. He's back in play. America's worst bettor is on. Let me see. The bets are coming in. He's on 365. Utah State laying 28.5 on the road. Oh, and look at this. He's double dipping. 332. Clemson minus 28. So before we get to our picks, you guys, let's break down AWB. What do you think of the action he's on?
You know what? I actually like the first play, Utah State. Although he's lost a little bit of live value, I think it opened 27. That was actually a play by a lot of sharp players early in the week. It's a 28.5. I don't know if I'd lay 28.5, but I'm super impressed with Utah State. They seem to cover with ease every week. And the Clemson line, I think, I think that's a tad high. This is a time of year where teams typically take their foot off the gas. Hard to cover big numbers. So I certainly wouldn't play Clemson minus 28. Curious what you think, Rick.
Yeah, as for the Utah State play, we've been talking about Utah State for a few weeks now. They're probably the best unsung team in college football that nobody knows about or talks about. If you just look at what they've done this year, they've pretty much destroyed everyone that's they've come in contact with. Their only losses, I think, the first game of the year at Michigan State. They were in it the whole way, and they lost by a touchdown at the end. But, yeah, I mean, how could you lay this many points on the road in November? And the line's already moved up 2.5 points. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on his side there. As for the Clemson game, I would only be on Duke. Clemson's laying 28 after coming off that road night game at Boston College last week. They got out of there. They were in a tough game. They got out of there with a win, a 20-point win. I think the close score was a little bit closer than the final score indicated, but they had a really tough battle. And then next week they got their arch rival on board as South Carolina. So this is kind of a sandwich game, and Duke's not a team to take lightly. Duke's actually a very good team. They'll be going to a bowl game, and 28 points is a ton of points. Even if it's at Clemson, I actually really like Duke here plus 28.
Yeah,
I think that's a horrible point.
That's what I was thinking. But Brian, like you made a comment that Clemson could take their foot off the gas here. I don't think that Duke is a team that, they don't have that real option of like taking their foot off the gas. Duke is a real team, as far as like
Sure. Yeah, they're a real team, but the question is, if you're up, 21 when the fourth quarter starts, are you trying to pile it on, or are you trying to preserve your team's health and make sure that they're ready to be 100% healthy for the ACC championship game?
True.
As it gets colder and we get late in the year, it's one thing if you're someone like Oklahoma or Michigan and you're trying to rack up those style points because you know that it's going to be your fate is going to be decided by a vote. If you're Clemson, I mean, you're pretty much just don't screw this up. Just finish the season and you're there. So,
but I think getting Duke getting 28 against Clemson, I like that. They got to beat you by more than 4 touchdowns. Where if they were getting 28 against Alabama, I really want no part of it.
Yeah. What do you? Is there a line? Speaking of Alabama, is there a line up on Citadel versus Alabama?
I don't think the line's out yet. It'll be out on Saturday, but I don't think there's a line out yet. Yeah. What do you guys think it's going to be? About 55, 57? I'm not even sure if that's too low.
8 touchdowns and 56. 56
to the 50s.
And a half, right?
Somewhere in the 50s for sure, yeah.
And if it's 56 and a half, it's going to land 56, right?
Oh,
Alabama for sure. Yeah. And they'll still be at 56 and a half.
How about this? I will give you a total on Citadel. Over or under 2.5 team total?
I'll go under.
Oh, I'll go under
for the limit.
Yeah.
For the limit.
Yeah.
But you know that they're going to try to squeeze that field goal in just to get off that goose egg, no matter what. So
yeah, right. They'll kick the
I
field
think
goal
they only
late, but their
cross-
best shot.
Well,
Yeah, cross midfield maybe one time. I agree.
That's what I was going to say. They only cross midfield one time the entire game. Will they score on the possession? I don't think so. But
so
maybe they'll.
if we had a book and we were booking this and you had Citadel's team total at 2.5, what would you make it? 2.5 under minus 70?
No, 125.
Yeah, 30 or 40. Yeah, 25, 30, maybe 40. Yeah. Something like
This
that.
will be one of these games that, say Alabama's 56, the total is going to be 60. So if you can sneak into your book and, find a book that takes a correlated parlay, plus 56 and under 60 or minus 56 and over 60, go for it because it's going to be pretty hard to lose both.
I think you're much safer Alabama and over. Well, Rick or Brian, what do we got today? Because this is talk you can bet on. Let's give them something they can make some dough on.
I'm going to jump into college basketball right off the bat. I know Rick has kind of lost his manhood when it comes to college basketball. He doesn't want to get back on the horse, but I'm fearless, and I made a little track bar adjustment after the last game. Came in for a little wedge, and I'm actually going to the heart of NASCAR. I'm going to go to Appalachian State, which I believe is in Boone, North Carolina, kind of historically NASCAR area. And I'm going to give you – I'm not even going to call this a dog. This is like this would be like a kitten. This would be like a rainbow kitten surprise. Appy State plus 14 against Purdue. Like that play. I've seen it in many sharp accounts tonight, and you can still get the same number. So I'm putting my reputation on Appy State plus 14.
There it is. Fifth Street Sports back on the college basketball horse. Rick, how about you?
Charleston,
Are you
South
step
Carolina. That's a neutral site game at Charleston. But, before I give any plays out. What's up, Brian?
I was going to say still NASCAR country, but not as NASCAR as I think Boone would be the original origins of NASCAR is in the Western Hills of Carolina. But we'll still call it a NASCAR game.
What we were talking about earlier, Frank, before the call, they're playing a doubleheader tonight in basketball in a place that they've never played basketball games in before. I can't imagine this arena is going to seat more than 300 people. It's probably a high school arena being played in Bimini, which is this tiny little country. An island. It's probably the size of what do you say? Probably the size of the Strip or so. Size of Las Vegas Strip. I mean, it's tiny. They're playing a tournament there tonight, and I mean, you have to think in that environment, that gym. If you can parlay these unders, give it a go for it. I think Central Michigan Bakersfield is the first game at 6:00, and then at 8:30 after that's Weber State versus San Jose State. So it's just I know. Yeah. Me and Brian have been doing this for years. You take gyms that you think are probably going to be low scoring, and then you parlay whatever games they're playing there. So this might be worth a shot to throw a couple units on a parlay on the unders.
Under.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll just expand on what Rick was saying. I think it's probably going to be an under, but I would wait. What I would either do is parlay both of the unders, or what you might consider doing is watching the first game, or even if you can't watch it, just kind of watch it on Gamecast or watch the stats, see what the shooting's like, and if it looks like it's a tough place to score in, then maybe consider kind of flexing into a bigger bet in the second game. Which game is first and which is second? I think the Bakersfield game is first.
Yeah, Bakersfield versus Central Michigan is first at 6:00 Eastern, so just over an hour from now.
Well, there you go, folks. So you gotta pay attention. But you guys, now since we got Alan Michaels in the house and we're talking making some money on sports, Alan, let's break down the racing because we'll come back to Rick's NBA in the final segment. Let's break down the racing into where we can make some dough. Like, who do you like and in which series this week?
Well, I checked the odds, and guys, you're more with it than I am as far as the odds go. But this is what I got this morning, and I checked 2 or 3 different spots to win the race, to win the EcoBoost 400 at Miami Homestead. Kevin Harvick's at 5-2. Kyle Busch is at 3-1. Joey Logano 9-1, and the defending champion Martin Truex Jr. is 4-1. Now that's to win the race, okay? Now, the current odds within about an hour and a half ago, and I don't know if they've jumped around or not, But right now, of an hour or so ago, Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch are 9-4 to win the championship. Joey Logano's 7-2, and I guess what would be the long shot would be Truex Jr. at 11-1 to win the championship. Okay, I'll tell you, Frank, you're more with the odds on this thing, and you said, Truex to win it at 11-1 is good money right there. And I've been saying this, you can't count Kyle Busch out. But I'll tell you what, the bad dog in the pound, Kevin Harvick, man. There's just something about Kevin Harvick this year and with Stewart-Haas Racing. I really think he's hungry. I think Truex Jr. is really going to be putting a chomp to it too, because this is his final event with Furniture Row. Barney Vassar and those boys at Furniture Row obviously shutting down after the event this weekend. And I said this earlier, Truex is moving to Joe Gibbs Racing. But, boy, what a way to go out for Truex to not win it this year. Back-to-back championships at 11-1, man. I don't know. I think I'd put a little money on Truex Jr. at that 11-1. And it's a flip and a flop right here with Busch and Harvick. I mean, I wore a hat today. It's a Stewart-Haas Racing hat, Mobile One today. And I just, for some reason, I like Kevin Harvick to win it all this year, man. I really do.
There it is, guys. That's a sign. He wore the Kevin Harvick hat. I don't know what else you need. Like the Golden Pipes sang at the national anthem. Yes, sang the national anthem in Vegas last night. What was the final? I think it was 6-0 Vegas over Anaheim. Alan Michaels wearing the Kevin Harvick hat. What else do you need?
Cheating.
It is. So there's the betting angle of it.
What do you guys think? As far as, you guys are sitting in front of the computers, and I know you got more access to the information quicker, but at 9-4 for Harvick, 11-1 for Truex Jr., what do you guys think, man? Who would you, if you were sitting out here and we left the show and we were to head to any one of the casinos, who would you put your money on?
If I were a gambling man.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually I probably would have gone with Harvick as well. But, I'm really more of a plagiarist than anything. And I'll probably wait and see who a lot of these guys bet on Sunday. Because the thing is with NASCAR betting, the limits really open up. There's substantially bigger limits the day of the event. Would you agree, Frank? And so the guys that the guys that are the real pros at betting this, they kind of hold back their plays until, really it's a few hours before the race oftentimes.
We don't need any real pros. We got Alan Michaels here. What are you waiting on?
Oh, boy.
I mean, come on. We're not playing with kids. And there's no kids in the house. The kids are in school right now. But
you're right. I stand corrected.
But I am going to dabble on both of those. But that 11-1 to me is just too tempting. It's it's like when that dessert tray comes by. You don't want it, but they have those big fake desserts, and you're looking at them, and you had no intentions of eating them. But at 11-1, I think I'm going to dabble a little bit on Truex. Guys, when we come back, we're going to finish up with Rick's and Brian's picks tonight in the NBA, Fifth Street Sports. We'll be right back.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down, 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Clapper, Chief of Orthopedic Surgery at Cedars-Sinai Medical Group in Los Angeles, California. Dedicated to your health, your life, and your sports. As a weekend warrior, you know about sports injuries and pain. Exercise is an important element in keeping your body's core in good shape to minimize sports injuries. But when you are in pain, there is one product that I recommend to my patients, and that is Blue Goo Gel. Blue Goo consists of a proprietary formula developed specifically for the treatment of inflammation and general muscle aches and strains. I recommend Blue Goo for my patients coping with hip and knee pain before surgery, especially bursitis and tendinitis. Give Blue Goo a try. Call 1-888-330-0123 and you'll receive a 1-week supply of Blue Goo absolutely free. The makers of Blue Goo are even paying the shipping. The number again is 1-888-330-0123. If you want more information on Blue Goo, visit online at www.dothegoo.com.
Now available at select Big 5 stores near you.
Attention business owners. Are you struggling while waiting for your customers to pay on their net 30, 60, or 90-day invoices? Can't get a business loan? Have no equity? Bad credit? Or maybe no credit at all? Then you need to call AmeriFactors right now. AmeriFactors will give you cash for your invoices and there's nothing to pay back. We simply buy your account receivables, and if those clients don't pay on the invoices, we take the loss. We give you funds based on your account receivables, not your credit. And 98% of all applicants are approved. It's that simple. With AmeriFactors, there's no more waiting for your customers to pay. We give you the funds up front, then we wait for your customers to pay us. Fund your business today. Call AmeriFactors right now.
800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. 800-847-1183. That's 800-847-1183.
Guys, we're back. Fifth Street Sports. Rick, we got a telegram while we were on break over here, and it looks like, my God, we may lose you if you keep winning like this. I think you're going to get drafted by Amazon. But what do you like today in the NBA?
Okay, well, it's very, very in the NBA. I've seen there's only 3 games, and there's only one that stands out to me, and that's going to be game 502, Houston, -3.5 at home against Golden State. This is a situation where Golden State is probably the worst stretch of the year. Curry's for this whole Texas trip. They're having all this infighting right now with Durant and Green going on, and the whole team is kind of in the middle of it. They got beat by the Clippers. They're going to be escaping their lives at home again into Houston. I'm not even sure if Green's playing yet. They don't know if Green's playing yet. I don't know if the team will be playing yet. Anyway, I think Houston, it's no better time than to kick a team when they're down than it is right now to Golden State. And I think Houston just, flag and puts, lets them know they're there for real. And I see a double-digit win here by the Rockets. So that's my one NBA play on the night. I do have a college football plan. That would be, let me get the game number here for you. It would be game 310, Kent State plus 11.5 against Toledo. There's a max game. It's an early start. It starts at 6 Eastern.
Love it.
So
can't read, can't write, but they can cover.
So we like Brian's App State in college. We like your Golden State in the NBA, Kent State in college football. Alan Michael likes Harvick's or Truo to win the cup.
I got a hockey play. I'm going to throw out Arizona plus 120. Arizona plus 120 in hockey.
Arizona plus 120. Folks, I hope you're writing it down. We've been nothing but an ATM lately. It's going to be this is like the best, when somebody asks what's the most consistent machine, to give out cash inside of a casino, it's the ATM. That's the same thing right now. You're on a Fifth Street Sports with the ATM. Thanks for listening, folks. I hope you took it all down. We appreciate you. Thank you, Alan Michaels.
Buddies.
Pit Road Racing. Go watch the races this weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific.